If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz. Different types who wear a day coat, pants with stripes and cutaway coat, perfect fits. Putting on the Ritz. Dressed up like a million.
All right, let's officially welcome to the studio Rose Szwed from Step On Bus Tours in Ferndale, Michigan. How are you, Rose?
I am divine. As I said, I'm full of divinity.
That's right.
Because I make things happen when everything crashes.
That's right. Before we start, Al, normally you rush out at this time. Yes, normally I do. I'm going to stay if that's okay with you.
Oh,
that's fine.
Thank you so much.
Turn his mic off there, Mike, so he doesn't shoot in. Excuse me, Paula. I'll behave. Okay.
Really?
All right, so what do you have? You have this Polish deal.
Oh,
coming
my
up, right?
goodness.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel. We have,
Well, holy mackerel, isn't that Italian?
well, you know what?
Okay.
Come on.
Go ahead.
It's Rose. Yakshamash. Daimi Piva. And I'm going to have a Daimi Moscow Mule tomorrow.
Whoa.
Let me tell you about this trip. We have a few openings left in case anybody in listener land would like to attend.
Okay.
We're leaving from Lavone, the Eddie Edgar Ice Arena at 8:30 tomorrow, 9 from the Novi Civic Center, and 9:30 from 12 Mile and John R. Please join us. You'll have to pay cash day of trip, but we have some seats available, not a lot.
Okay.
So we have the Punchki, Pierogi, and Polka trip. And yes, we have a priest who is going to lead his dance troupe for us, and we're all going to get up and do the hokey pokey.
All right. Very good.
Yep. And we're taking orders for punchkis in advance because there is always a line for the two bakeries in Hamtramck. The line goes around the blocks with an S, and it's continual.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
We used to have a teacher who, we started school at 7:30. He used to get in a line at 4 in the morning, and he'd deliver punchkis to our school on that day. So, yeah, it's around the block and so on.
Yeah. And it's just so much fun. We're going to go to specialty Polish markets and get specialty Polish food. And if anybody wants some czarnina, duck's blood soup, please join.
All right.
It's just, duck's blood soup is one of my favorite soups. It's, it's very sweet. It's with raisins, prunes, and noodles.
Okay.
And just delicious.
And this is tomorrow?
This is tomorrow, yeah. We're going to return about 5 o'clock. We're going to be having a tour of St. Florian's, and we're going to learn all about the bones that are in the altar of the church. Back in the day, in order for a Catholic church to be sanctified, there were saints' bones that were installed in the altar. I don't think they do that now.
You scared me for a minute because we were talking about the Godfather earlier, and most of the people in the mafia are of Catholic. And then you're talking bones buried in the altar, so there's no tie-in whatsoever.
No tie-in because
Good.
These are saints
Good.
and martyrs.
Okay, that's a different story altogether.
It is.
All right, so it's tomorrow. What is the cost? How do they get a hold of you?
The cost is $65 per person. By the way, I forgot to tell you, we're also having Dr. Ted from the Piest Institute tell us about the Poles in Hamtramck in Michigan. Then we're going to have a tour of Hamtramck, guided by me, and I'm going to tell you about a little-known Jewish cemetery on the property of GM, at the plant, that is only open during two of the high holy Jewish holidays of the year.
Okay.
And very, very interesting. It cost millions of dollars to move the remains. Yeah. So it was decided that they would stay on this specific plot of land. It was no small undertaking. No pun intended. Get it? No small undertaking.
Okay. At one time, Hamtramck was, if not 100%, close to 100% Polish immigrants, right?
That is correct.
That's where
It's changed. It was Polish first, and then it was Yugo and different Slavics, and now there's a lot of Bengalis and a lot of Middle Eastern people, and it is a beautiful mix. Yeah. I mean, as I usually go into Hamtramck 2 or 3 times a week for lunch because there are so many restaurants.
I was talking to somebody at Hamtramck High School. Now, this was probably 10 years ago. They had... I think it was over 50 languages spoken in their school amongst their students.
Isn't that fascinating? Don't you find that? I find that so interesting.
I mean, I knew one in my school.
Kids.
Yeah. And they're all trying to learn English, of course, but they come in from 50 different language cultures. Yeah, it might even be more than that, but it was.
And all the different dialects they speak. I mean, these kids are so hip.
Yeah.
I just love to be around them.
And how do they get a hold of you if they want to get on this trip?
If you want to come to this trip, contact me at 248-619-6692. That's 248-619-6692. Or email me at bustours@gmail.com. And I'll get right back in touch with you. Even though I'm on the road today, I've got the phone with me. I'm all teched up.
All right. And they need to call today because
Yeah,
the
you have
trip
to
is
call
tomorrow.
today.
Yeah. All right.
And you can call me anytime. I will not answer the phone after 9 p.m. tonight, though.
All right. And you won't answer it right this minute because you're on the radio.
No.
So between noon and 9 p.m., call Rose
That's
Swede and get on this
correct.
trip for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's fun.
And then sometime, is it later this year, you're going to South Africa?
Yes, South
that looking?
Africa. I will have more and more information about that October 1 through 10.
Okay.
$3,000 fixed
Okay.
for the whole trip. All the airfares, all the hotels, breakfast and lunches. Dinners are on your own.
Okay.
We do have wine tastings planned and animal sightings, animal viewings of the big 5 animals. And maybe I'll give a prize to people who could name the big 5 animals of Southern Africa. That would be South Africa in Cape Town.
Okay. Well, very good. You going to give that prize today or next time
No,
you're on?
next
or-
time, and I'll even shoot you a little copy of the song about Cape Town.
All right. Very good. You said October 1st? That's when
October
you leave?
1 through 10, yes.
And you come back on the 10th. That's
Correct.
pretty good. That's very good. For
Three
$3,000.
$3,000 for South Africa. Oh, and we stop in London for an 11-hour layover, and we go to the British Museum
Oh, that's right. You did
to
mention
see
yeah.
the Elgin marbles that were stolen from Greece.
Yeah, all right.
I
very
got a
good.
lot to tell you.
Well, we want to hear about that next time you're on.
Juice.
What about, we want to talk a little bit about your acting career. We've never really explored this
Oh,
before.
now, Dr. Paul, you just want to embarrass me on the air in front of all my loyal listeners.
Not at
Oh,
all.
I'm sorry, your loyal listeners.
Paul, we talked about this before, and I'd like to hear a little about Rose's background as well.
Well, you know, I'm going to tell you, I don't mind telling you about it, but you have to remember, when I did my acting, I lived in Vienna, Austria.
All right.
So there were always movies that were filmed in Vienna, Austria,
All right.
constantly. And there were so many handsome movie stars, like Omar Sharif, one of my favorites. Just so.
You were on stage with him or in a movie with him?
No,
or-
I would have liked
Okay.
to have been in the back room with him.
Is he as handsome as I am, Rose?
Oh,
Don't
Omar
answer that
Sharif.
question if it's not yes. All right.
I'm sure you've seen Dr. Zhivago.
Yeah, many times. Yeah.
That was Omar Sharif.
All right. And so, what were you doing in Austria? That was your time of your life you were living there? Or?
It was the time of my life. I put
Yeah.
myself through school in
Okay.
Vienna,
Oh,
Austria.
wow! I didn't know that.
Yeah,
All right.
and I schlepped corned beef. I did everything I could. I was a nanny, a ski instructor. I taught at the English School of Vienna. I did everything.
Wow.
It was really exciting. But, you know, looking back now, I don't know how the heck I did it.
Well, yeah. And to me, some of the greatest music in history came from Vienna as well.
Sure, with the Strauss family.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What
And-
else did you do there? Were you involved in acting?
No, I went to
Okay.
school to learn German and journalism.
All right.
And actually, my German improved, but I spoke with such a Viennese accent that it was hard for Northern Germans to understand the Austrians, because Austrians speak in this lazy Cockney kind of
Okay.
style.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, very different.
When you were in Austria, I mean, did you actually see Omar Sharif, like on the street or at a restaurant?
Yes, I
or-
saw Omar Sharif. Oh,
Okay.
wow.
You're getting
You're turning red.
getting warmed up here, Rose. I can tell.
And I'll tell you, I firmly believe that the coffee houses in Vienna were the impetus for Starbucks.
Could be, yeah.
Because the
I would
coffee,
say so,
there's
yeah.
nothing like a Viennese coffee.
Yeah.
To this day, nobody in America compares to the kinds of different coffees you get in Vienna. Do you know why that is, Dr. Paul?
I don't.
Let me put it all together.
All right.
Because the coffee that is served in Austria is from South Africa.
Oh, I did. See, there's a connection.
And
You know-
African coffee is so different and delicious and hearty and rich.
Omar Sharif had an article in the paper, a daily article on some kind of card
Playing
playing.
bridge.
Was it bridge? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah,
he was quite the bridge player.
I remember seeing that when I was a kid. Like, oh, I can't be the same Omar Sharif, but it was.
It was,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Anybody else you met when you were over there?
Yes, many actors and actresses. And, of
Names?
course, Giancarlo Giannini,
All right.
my favorite Italian actor.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh,
I'm surprised
Lord.
you came back.
I miss my parents. I miss my family.
Yeah, that's why you came back. Always.
Yeah.
That's always the reason. All right. Well, thank you, Rose Swede from Step On Bus Tours in Ferndale, Michigan. Give us your contact information again.
Okay, please give me a buzz at 248-619-6692 or email me at steponbustours@gmail.com.
All
Love
right.
to chat.
And call today because you want to get on that Polish trip for tomorrow.
That's right.
All right. Thank you, Rose. We'll talk again soon.
Okay.
Have a great day
You
and a
too.
great couple of weeks and a great trip tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Paul.
All right. Thank you for putting up with Al as well. Excuse me, Paul. I'll just let it go. All right. Thank you.